Assalamu alaikum dear students, I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to discuss the life cycle of Fasciola hepatica, which is commonly known as sheep liver fluke, which belongs to the phylum Platyhelminthes and specifically included in class Trematoda. Before going into the detail of life cycle, you must have to know its general structure. If you look at the picture, you can clearly see that here mouth end is present at the anterior side while the excretory pore is present at the posterior side. Here you can see that suckers are also present, which are used for the purpose of absorption of food, because these are parasites and parasites live in the body of food and they get their food from the body of host. Here a large sucker is present on the ventral or the belly side, which is also used for the purpose of absorption. If we look at the general characters of the fluke, we can see that a liver fluke is a parasitic worm. Parasite means they are totally dependent on their host for food, and the infection gets started when the humans eat contaminated and uncooked freshwater fish and water cress. And once it gets ingested by humans or the sheep, they travel through to your intestine and reach bile duct and liver, where they can live and grow. Now comes to the life cycle of liver fluke, which belongs to the class Trematoda of phylum Platyhelminthes. Now look at the adult, which live in the bile duct of sheep or humans, because they are the definitive host of the parasite. Definitive host is what in which the sexual cycle of the parasite is get completed, and they are the definitive host of liver fluke. And the parasite here lays a number of eggs, and their number may exceed up to 25,000. If you look at the egg of the liver fluke, we can see that their eggs are ciliated and oval in shape and have an opening which is known as operculum. With the help of cilia, the egg reaches the fresh water and its operculum get opens and the ciliated larva comes out, which is called miracidium. Then this miracidium larva finds its first intermediate host, which is called snail, and it belongs to the family Limnidae. Once the miracidium larva entered into the body of the snail, it lost its cilia and developed into a form called sporocyst. The body of the sporocyst is a bag-like structure. The miracidium larva contain a large number of embryonic cells which develop into a sporocyst. So if we look at the body of the sporocyst, which is a bag-like structure, it also contains a large number of embryonic cells which develop into a radii. And if we take a single structure of the radii develop into a large number of cercaria larvae, which is the next larval stage. So the process of producing large number of cercaria from a single radii is known as polyembryony, which increase the chances of finding a host. And if we look at the body of the cercaria, you can see that it has a sucker, digestive tract and tail, so it helps in their movement. Then the cercaria comes out of the snail and they swim freely to find its second intermediate host. Its second intermediate host may be a vertebrate, invertebrate or plant cell. So in the body of the second intermediate host, the larva converted into metacercaria stage. At this stage, the plant or the second intermediate host is ingested by the definitive host, which is sheep and humans. So in the body of the humans, the metacercaria get converted into adult, and now the cycle get completed. Now look at the treatment which is given in case of infection of liver fluke. So usually a drug which is known as triclarbendazole is usually given orally, and its 2 doses are given daily. So people which are suffering from this infection can easily cure. Now look at the prevention, which are the most effective way to prevent a liver fluke infection. So when you are eating the freshwater fish and watercress, to make sure that your food is properly cooked, because when your food is uncooked, there are most chances of ingesting the parasite, and so that the parasites can be easily ingested and within the GIT they can cause damage. So people are traveling to areas with poor sanitation should certainly avoid food and water that could potentially be contaminated with parasites. So you must have to avoid such food which have the chances of contamination. So these are some preventive measures that you can use to a liver fluke infection. So guys, if you like my video, kindly share with your friends and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Allah Hafiz.